Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kim, a fairly average mum, and today I've got an Aldi haul for a change. So let's get cracking. Hello, alright. Right, I considered doing all sorts of videos today, but what I needed to do was go get some food shopping. I feel like I've been meeting myself coming backwards at the moment because I've like been doing other stuff. Consequently, no videos have been going up, and I thought, well, also I haven't been going and getting myself any food shopping, which is a bit of a nightmare. Yesterday when I was looking after bonbons, my granddaughter, I took over one of those mugshot things for my dinner, and I made her some tuna pasta, which is not my thing at all, you know what I mean? So I made her tuna pasta, and I made a mugshot for myself. Anyway, I made it in a bowl, and so she looked at what I was making for myself and went, yuck. And I said to her, it's not for you, darling. It's not for you. You're having tuna pasta. That's Nana's dinner, right? So anyway, she quite adequately described what this food looked like. Yuck. That's what she said. So yeah, so I thought I've got to go out and get myself some veggies and things like that, so I can actually start making proper food. I don't mind having the odd sort of yuck dinner, but you know what I mean? I don't want to make an habit of it. So yeah, so I went to the Aldi. I haven't been there for ages, and to be honest, I could have picked a better day for it because traffic was so bad on the way there. But anyway, I finally made it there. So right, I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I bought myself this massive pack of wonky mushrooms. I totally love mushrooms cooked into stuff. And they're nice and hard. That's what I like mushrooms to be, you know, when they're quite solid. They did have some chestnut mushrooms that were on that 5 offer thing, you know, at Aldi, that they do 5 sorts of veg and fruit and things for a reduced price. But yeah, I much preferred these. The chestnut mushrooms looked a bit more open and a bit more spongy, whereas these feel like rock solid, which is what I want, you know. So yeah, I got myself some wonky mushrooms. None of this were expensive, okay. So that's my first thing. Let me pick my bag up. Right, I got myself some of these onions as well. British brown onions. These were 99p, these, I can remember distinctly. They did have some bigger onions, which are easier to peel, aren't they? But you only got 3, and they were also 99p. I thought, well, even if you discount the amount I'm going to peel off, this still works out as more onion, pound for pound. So I got these ones. They'll last me a while. Although once I start cutting onions, I can put 3 and 4 in something I'm cooking, you know. What else did I get? Oh, I bought these tomatoes. These were on the 5 for cheaper. I'm hoping they taste really nice. In fact, I'm going to try one, because the ones that I really like to get from the co-op, they're so nice, tangy and sweet, but they're very pricey. They're lovely. They're the same tomatoes that I get from the co-op. Piccolato tomatoes. I really like them. It's probably not how you pronounce it. Let's be honest about it. Oh, they smell delicious. So I could just eat them like that. So I got those anyway. I bought myself some garlic bread. I don't know why. Ooh, I just fancied it. We're only 29p, which I thought were a bargain. So yeah, 29p for a bit of garlic bread. That'll be nice. I'll stick it in my freezer, and then at some point, maybe I'll make some veggie chili and then just think, oh, I'll have a bit of that garlic bread to go with it. So yeah, I'm happy with that anyway. Really nice. These are, a lot of these things are things that I'll put in cupboard or in the freezer in that case, for when I'm sort of short on things and then decide, actually, I could fancy something different, so I'll have that. Got myself some tatties. Now, they have loads of, like, potatoes, but if I buy too many, they get shoots on them before I get round to eating them, so I always go for these 4 baking potatoes, wherever I get them from, just because 4's enough for me to have in. Sometimes I do make a jacket tatty, but a lot of the time I cook these into things. And if I have too many, I've still got one in my cupboard anyway, one potato, because I keep these in cupboard. I don't know about you. I take them out of plastic so they don't sweat. But I keep them in my cupboard. So yeah. But I still got one left and it's fine. But I didn't want to end up inundating myself with tatties and then all I've got is potatoes to eat for the next 6 weeks, you know. Right, I did buy a couple of packets of things. I got this pasta and sauce in tomato, onion and herb. Just for when I wanted a really quick tea. I may not take it to Harmony, so and terrify Bonnie that I'm making it for her, you know what I mean? Yeah, a little face, yuck. I'm never going to forget it, you know what I mean? Anyway, but I made this for myself at some point. Cooks in 7 minutes, lovely. Or making 7 minutes, it says. So at some point, I'll be out of everything else and just think, I've got that in. That'll be all right. So, yeah, that's that one. It were only cheap. I also got this long grain rice. Now, yesterday I made a vegetables and coconut milk and chili. Okay, it was lovely. But it was so late in the day by the time I got round to it. I couldn't be bothered waiting for rice. So I ended up just having it on its own and I woke up this morning really hungry. Okay, so I thought I'm going to get one of these in for just such an occasion because I just make my own rice, but it does take a little bit longer than cooking stuff up in a pan. And so I thought next time, let me have some rice in so that when I need some, some quick to add into whatever I'm cooking, I'll have some. So I got this one anyway. Long grain rice, 2 portions. I really like the sticky rice best, don't I? But, this'll do. It'll be fine, So there's that one anyway. Oh, I bought myself some of this Quorn vegetarian chicken slices. I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm sure it'll be fine. Stick it in with some salad in a sandwich. I'm sure it'll be fine, It's not the cheapest thing, but I think it was about £1.19, which is a lot cheaper than a lot of places, So, yeah, got that one. They didn't have a right lot in veg stuff. I was specifically looking for the vegan sausage rolls that I really like, but my Aldi didn't have them in this time, so I ended up coming on without them. So I might have to go to Lidl for them. They've always got them in at Lidl, but yeah, I find Lidl's a bit more pricey. Do you? Is that just me? I find Aldi's the cheapest, but I might be deluding myself. It might just be the things that I pick up. I've now patterned into. I pick up the really cheap things, I'm not sure anyway. But yeah, I got those vegetarian chicken slices. Bought myself a load of carrots. 45p these were. Absolutely love carrots cooked into things. I love carrot and tatty mash. I just love them. I just think they add a bit of substance. Like when I made that thing last night, that coconut milk and chili stuff. The problem was everything were a little bit soft. It needed something like carrots in it, and I didn't have any, so I couldn't put them in. Needed some carrots and a bit of potato if I wasn't going to make rice. But anyway, I didn't have them, so today I was determined I was going to buy some, so I did. It had loads of peppers in it, so yeah. Anyway, there's those. Very, very happy with those. I might have some of those. No, I'm not. Later on, what I'm having is what's left of that blinking coconut milk stuff, but I'm gonna boil some rice so I can have it with it. Oh, these were also on that cheap section. These are, I think, £1.19 for these sweet baby peppers. I'll have these in salads probably, and failing that, when they start to go a bit soft, I might cook them into stuff, or roast them. I like them always, peppers. My favourite, I think, is roasted, but I just never get around to doing it very often because it takes a wee bit longer, doesn't it? But yeah, I really like those. And I looked at how much the big peppers were, and it were like £1.49. I thought, I'll get these. I know it's a false economy because you probably get more in the big peppers, but I did think I'd quite like these little ones for a bit of a change, So got those anyway. I bought myself some Thai red curry paste because that is a bit what that coconut stuff we're missing yesterday was a bit of Thai red curry paste, so I might stick some of that in as well into what I've cooked already for tonight, and then just and boil some rice and just have it all together, So there's only enough of one portion left, but because it was a tiny little tin of curry of coconut milk, so Yeah, but I might stick some of this in. This was $1.49. I remember distinctly looking on the shelf. So there's that. Bought myself some cream crackers. Don't know why. Just seen them. 49p I think these were. I seen them and thought I'll go for them, you know. Every so often I could eat a cream cracker. Not often. Not often at all, but you can seal them. So I just put them in bags, you know, to reseal them. Or when it goes down far enough, I sellotape the top down and it keeps them nice, you know, for ages. I usually end up having to throw last 2 or 3 away because they've gone like soft. But yeah, while they last, they're very nice. So I've got those in. I won't be opening them anytime soon. It'll be when I'm running out of stuff. Then I saw these and thought I'm getting these. So these are really nice tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes to cook into things. Well, I've been liking sort of jalfrezi curry and things. So I thought I'll get these and then I can make myself one, you know. So yeah, I don't know how much these were though. I didn't actually look when I was getting them because I just liked them so much. These sort of things I could eat the tin. I don't like tomato soup, but I do like tin tomatoes as soup because it doesn't have any creaminess to it or anything. It's just a bit more tart. So yeah, I might end up eating them on their own as if I were having soup, or I might just cook them into something. But anyway, I'm very happy I got those. We used to get these little cherry tomato, what they call it, tin tomatoes at Marks and Spencer's back in the day because our Eve used to love them. So yeah, anyway, I got those, so very happy with them. What else did I get? I bought myself some cherries. These were about £1.30 or something for some cherries. Cherries is undoubtedly one of my favourite fruits. Once I open them, they'll be eaten in no time flat. Okay, most of the time I don't buy fruit because I'd rather eat vegetables, but cherries is an exception. So I bought those. I might end up eating those in a bit. Yeah, I really like them. So it was worth it to me to get them, you know what I mean? In fact, I bought a packet of crisps, I'll show you in a minute. And when I was going through checkout, I thought, I wish I'd got 2 things of cherries instead of a packet of crisps. But anyway, honestly, what I need is fruit and vegetables in my body at this point. That is all I need, fruit and vegetables, because I've eaten that much rubbish over the past couple of weeks. And it's not even worth talking about. So yeah, I got those anyway. I'll have those later on today. And I bought a lettuce because iceberg lettuce is undoubtedly one of my favourite foods in the world. So yeah, sometimes I'll use this instead of rice. So I'll put some hot on top of some lettuce. I just love it. It's got a crunchiness to it that brings, and I like the cold and the hot together. So it brings something to those dishes. So it wasn't expensive. And I'll always pick one if I see one, you know. It's like one of my faves. And then I bought this, another yuck thing that Bonnie would say. I think this were about 60p or something. But it's the curry, like snack noodles, like super noodles, you know. Not super noodles, what they're called. Pot noodles. It's like those, but a lot cheaper. So at some point I'll want it. You know, I'll go in there and I'll think, what have I got? I'll have that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be exciting, but sometimes you just want something quick so you can stop feeling hungry, don't you? So, or certainly I do. And I'm not big on cooking really. I'm really not. So yeah, sometimes this will just do, you know, just to tide me on or what have you. And then I bought myself some baked beans. Now I've never had, have I had these baked beans before? Certainly not that I remember. And these are like 40p, but you can get beans for 40p at the co-op, and the beans at the co-op are actually really nice, and you can get them cheaper than that, I think, at Asda, and they're really nice as well. So I thought I'll give these a go. Bramwells, and see if these are nice as well, because if they are, that'll be fine. I can pick some up again, but I just wanted to get 1 can just to make sure. You know, ages ago, beans, unless you bought Heinz beans or something like that, they were awful. They were like little bullets in really runny sauce. It wasn't like proper baked beans. Now everybody's up the game with baked beans. So actually you can get cheaper baked beans that are actually very nice. So at one point I would only eat Heinz beans because I'd rather do without than have the cheap ones. But now the cheap ones are actually pretty good. So I'm hoping these are the same, you know. Let me know if you've tried and what you think. And then I bought some toilet paper. $1.39 for this. I thought that were a bargain because it feels like there's loads on it. $1.39, that's pretty good, isn't it? If you wanted the quilted one, it was $1.49. But, you know, not that picky. So I've got this. Yeah. When I used to live near an Aldi, a few years ago, before lockdown, I lived near an Aldi. And I used to buy my toilet roll from there all the time, but I used to buy the recycled stuff. And it used to last me ages. And I wasn't remotely bothered that it were recycled at all. Now, I'm buying this, and I don't know what it's going to be like, but I did think at $1.39 for how packed it is. It really feels like there's loads on a roll. I thought this might be my new favourite toilet paper. You know, if it lasts ages, this could be my new toilet paper. This could necessitate a trip down to the Aldi on the reg just so that I can pick up toilet paper. So we'll see anyway. You'll know if I come up with some more, like, next time I come back with like a box or a pack this big, you know. Oh, these are crisps I got, which I've taken it, Deltas. Doritos. I suppose they're like cool original Doritos. These are the things that I'm saying when I got to the checkout. I thought, why are you buying them? You've eaten so many crisps recently. Crisps and beans on toast, that's what I've been eating like it's going out of fashion. Honestly, at least once a day I've had crisps, and at least another time a day I've had beans on toast. To the point where now I just, probably not at the moment. I know I'll eventually get back to eating those things, but at the moment I'm just like, why did you buy these? Why did you buy these, Kim? Because you really, really don't need these at the moment. But I bought them anyway. And you know, I don't know whether you're like this, but once you get to checkout and you've got stuff, you just think, well, I'm buying it now. I'm not leaving it, you know. I don't want to abandon it. I don't want to be one of those people that abandon things at the checkout. Although goodness knows I've had to do that in the past just when I've run out of money, you know, when my kids were little and that. I bought myself some washing up liquid. They had their own washing up liquid, but I always get Fairy because I think it's great. So yeah, I got myself some more because I'd forgotten to get it when I went to the Home Bargains. So yeah, I got myself some Fairy because I'm right down here on my other bottle. So I'm happy I've got some more. Put it under my kitchen sink, and then once it runs out, I know I'm not like, oh God, I can't wash up. Not that I wash up every day, guys. I don't. It's about once every 3 days because I don't eat that many things on, you know, like that warrant. I reuse a cup, okay, until it starts to get stained on inside. So about 3 times I'll reuse a cup. Just rinse it out and keep using it. So I might use 2 teacups a day. And then plates with stuff on. If I can get away without using them so I don't have to wash them up, fabulous. So I might use, even if I'm using one for both meals, I'll use a plate and a bowl, something like that. And the cutlery to go with it. That's it for a day. So it takes me about 3 days to get a sink full of pots in order for me to wash up. Unless I've been cooking, in which case I've got pans and then I'll wash up more sort of frequently. But otherwise, if it's just, I don't know, sandwich type things or sometimes a pot noodle, you know, you're not going to run up that many plates and stuff. So it's about every 3 days I do my washing up. And then last up I bought these because I really like the veggie burgers, but they only had the spicy ones and I'm a bit off the spicy ones. So I got the veggie fingers from the plant menu. I looked in all the plant menus, like I say, to try and get the veggie sausage rolls, the vegan sausage rolls, and they didn't have them. So I thought I'll go for these vegetable fingers. I like these in a sandwich with a little bit of sauce, like sweet chili sauce and some lettuce. That's one of my favourite things, but I also like them with peas, beans. So I've got those. I'll stick them in my freezer, and then when I'm like, you know, when I can't be bothered doing a right lot of cooking, I'll just do some warming. So they'll be nice anyway. Yeah, you get 16 in it, so quite a lot. They'll last me ages. You know, even if I eat them once a week, God, I've got 5 weeks of them. I only make 3 at a time. So I've got another 5 weeks to get through then. But anyway, there's those. Yeah, I had a really nice little trip down. I was down there and back really quickly because I'm looking after Bonnie tonight. Because her mum and dad are going out. and it's somebody's birthday. I don't know, it's somebody that they know's birthday. So I'm going out, and they're going out, so I've got Bonnie tonight. So I wanted to get back before, you know, I needed to sort of go over to theirs. I'm just going to catch a train over, but I have to go at 4:30. I think it's about 3 o'clock now. Let me have a look on my phone, tell you exactly. I'm filming this on Saturday. Oh, it's 3:30. I better get a wriggle on. But anyway, you know, it's fine. But I'll be able to put all this away before I'm actually going. So that'll be nice. I've also wanted to film me beauty boxes, but I'm probably not going to be able to do that now because I'm running out of time. But I'll do it tomorrow. They'll go up. I am making a concerted effort to make more content going forward because I've been slacking over the past month. And I don't like it that I've been slacking. There's no reason for it. I actually like filming, so there's really no reason for it. I apologise profusely. Okay. But anyway, that's everything for today. If you've liked this video, please give us a like. It really helps us out. And if you like this kind of content, you might want to consider subscribing. I've left all my details in the description box just in case you want to contact me for any reason. But thank you very much for taking a few moments out of your day to spend with me. Bye!